Okay, let's dive into this. We're looking at a seriously sleek and honestly a really powerful UI component for all you B4X developers out there. It's called the B4XDaisyBadgeGroupSelect. And look, if you're trying to build modern, intuitive ways for users to select options, you're absolutely going to want to know about this one. Right off the bat, here it is. In its single select mode. You can imagine this for choosing something like a task priority. It's so clean, so clear, and just super user-friendly. I mean, forget clunky old radio buttons. This is just a much more elegant way to let a user make one single important choice. And then, here's the other side of the coin, multi-select mode. This is perfect for something like tagging skills, right? A user can just tap as many as they need. It keeps that same polished look, but offers completely different functionality. And really, that versatility is what makes it so dang powerful. So let's really break down that core difference. Because when you use this component, the very first choice you're going to make is about the selection mode. Can the user pick just one, or can they pick a bunch of them? It really is as simple as it looks. Over on the left, you've got single select. When you tug a new badge, you see how the old one just deselects automatically? It's that classic one or the other choice. But on the right, multi-select acts more like a group of checkboxes. You tap to add something to your selection, and you tap it again to take it away. Simple. And you know, this quote from the docs just nails it. Single allows one checked badge, multi allows many. It really highlights just how simple this is. You just have this one property, badge selection mode, and that's it. You flip that one setting and boom, you've completely changed how it works. It goes from being like a radio group to a checkbox group instantly. Okay, so we know it's functional, but can it actually match your app's design? Oh, absolutely. Let's take a look at the massive amount of styling options that let you tweak this component to perfection. You basically get a whole toolbox of properties to play with. You can change the border style, the corner roundness, add shadows for some depth, and of course, tweak all the colors. Let's just see how we can combine a few of these to cook up a completely custom look. All right, we'll start with the default look and just apply a few properties. First up, we'll set the border style to Ghost. See that? The solid outline just vanishes, giving it a much lighter, more modern feel. Next, right on top of that, we'll add Set Rounded, Rounded, Full. And just like that, our kind of boxy badges become these slick, pill-shaped tags. It completely changes the vibe. Now, to give it a little bit of depth, we'll add a medium shadow. This kind of lifts the component right off the background, making the whole UI pop without being, too loud or distracting. And for the final touch, let's set the badge color to Accent. What's cool is the component automatically knows your app's predefined accent color and just uses it. So there you have it, 4 properties and a completely custom look that feels totally native to your app. Now, beyond just the looks, this component is really designed to make a developer's life way easier. So let's look at 2 key features here. It's automatic responsive layout and it's super simple data handling. So how does it handle different screen sizes? Perfectly, that's how. The source code has this great analogy. It's like placing stickers in a box. The component just lays out the badges one by one, and when it hits the edge of the screen or container, it just automatically wraps to a new line. You don't have to write any complex layout code. It just works. So what about actually getting your data in there? Well, this is where it gets really cool. You can forget all about looping or manually creating views one by one. You can actually populate the entire group with just a single string of text. Seriously. See how it uses the pipe symbol to separate the items? And then the colon separates the item's ID from the text you actually see on screen. It's just an incredibly efficient way to get everything up and running. All right, so after seeing all that, what's the big picture here? Why should this component actually be in your toolkit? Let's just quickly wrap up with the key benefits. To sum it all up, first, it saves a massive amount of development time. That responsive layout and simple data binding are huge. Second, it just provides a clean, modern user experience that is way better than old-school controls. And third, as we just saw, it's highly customizable, which means it can fit perfectly into any app design you can dream up. It's really the complete package, It's form and function. It handles all the tricky parts of layout and state management, so you can just focus on creating a great user interface. So that just leaves us with one last question. What amazing modern UI will you build with it?